And everyone. Sorry I missed yesterday. Very difficult day. I'm afraid I had to rush my husband into hospital with cellulitis. And yesterday he really didn't know what planet he was on. He didn't know where he was, who he was, couldn't speak, couldn't walk. And anyway, they got him in and they're keeping him in for several days. And he's having intravenous antibiotics. I popped to see him this morning and he is much better than he was yesterday. I was very worried yesterday. He was very poorly. Anyway, today's another day and I thought I would just do a very quick card, really just to tell you why I may not be around quite as much or quite as intensely over the next week or so. So what I thought I would do is just another card very quickly with this Alexandre Renke die. It's a die that partially cuts out and completely out and partially just cuts the outline of petals. So I think this is lilac. So went to my scrap drawer and I found a couple of bits of lilac coloured card. This is actually paper. And this is one of those colours that you have to put with white to see that it's not white. I had to go like this. I know when we were choosing my husband's new car a couple of weeks ago, the salesman said, "What colours do you like?" And we said, "Oh, we like this white one over here." And he said, "Well, that white one's blue." So this lilac is a little bit like that colour. It's so pale, very pretty. So I've cut two sizes of, these are Sizzix framelit dies. Cut two sizes, the smaller one of the paper, the larger one of the card, this slightly deeper shade. This is my normal panel size for this small card. So all I want to do is to stick one on top of the other, add some tiny, these are tiny little pearls, they're about a millimetre, I think, in the centres of some and maybe a little cascade around, and add a sentiment. And I thought I'd do the sentiment in silver probably. And I rather like these. There's all sorts there. There's thank you, goofing around, sweet and silly, happy birthday. Also, I thought I might just put an hello on actually. So what I was doing then was just pushing some of these through. So they stick up just a little bit on the right side of the card. And then I'm going to get a bit of glue, just run it around the outside. There are ways of making really pretty cards that really don't take hours. They don't take a lot of resources. And, it's going to make somebody happy, I'm sure. I took him in a card today. I wished I could have got the Art Impressions set. There's an old chap sitting there in a gown with his backside showing, and that was him yesterday. Have to say, I would have loved that set, but I looked online. Couldn't find it in this country. I think they've got them in the States, but it's such a funny thing that there's a nurse there as well, and she's saying, "Oh, the nice nurse is on holiday or on her break or something." She's holding a very large needle. But I thought it was a fabulous set, but A, it was too late to get it, and B, I couldn't get it anyway because it's, I don't think it's got any available in this country. So all I'm going to do now is go around the edges of these bits and bobs so we get stuck down, and I'm going to stick it onto that one. So I'll just whiz this up a little bit. Right, actually, do I need a bit of this? I think maybe the odd place of this needs a bit of sticking down, I think, perhaps. Otherwise it'll all be flapping around, won't it? A bit of a headache today. I think it's probably a little bit of stress. I was relieved to see him today, though. He looked so much better than yesterday. He actually knew where I was, could remember where he was, which is all to the good. Let's try and get this straight. So pretty together, isn't it? some of these on. What am I? Here are my favourites. Right. There are a few places on this die where it gives a little dink, a little impression where the centre of a flower is. So that's just where I'm going to pop these tiny, tiny little things. I think I got these on eBay. Some sellers do things really beautiful, you know, lots of choice of, and I love tiny, tiny, tiny embellishments. Absolutely love them. Isn't it sweet? That's on the end of my tweezers. There we go. Oh, it's on the end of my tweezers again. There we are. And just a couple more I can see. One there. One here. One there. Any more? Yes, there's one just there. One there. Gosh, there's more than I thought. Just a tiny little dink. Isn't that sweet? My paper's got a bit of a kink there. I don't know what that is. Probably because it came out of the scrap drawer and I didn't notice. Anyway, I think I'll just put one or two of these randomly. There, that's going to go onto here with a little hello. Here's a hello. Do this in silver maybe. I've got a tiny bit of scrap there. I have a block, a bit of anti-static. Let's get a bit of Versamark. Somewhere I have some Versamark re-inker, but I'm not absolutely sure where it is. Right, some silver. This is a bit new. Cosmic Shimmer Silver. Came out a bit quick, didn't it? Good job I had the paper there. It's very, very, very fine. Looks lovely. Oops, daisy. That's nice. Oh, got a little bit on the desk, so let's just wipe this up. There we go. All done. Right, what are we going to cut this out with? It might be quite nice to have a couple of little doodads on the. Could put a little tag. Let's make a little tag. Just happened to see it on my board at the back. Let's have a tag. Should I cut it sideways on? What I'm thinking is, should I do it kind of like that? Or like that? Or just straight like this? Don't know. I'm going to have to think, and you'll have to look at the picture at the end of the video to see what I did. So this, as I say, in haste. I'm sorry it's so quick, but I've got so many things to do, and I'm sure you'll understand. So, as ever, thank you for watching. Thank you all those people who've checked their subscriptions only to find they have been unsubscribed unbeknownst to them, and they have resubscribed. So thank you so much for that. I do so appreciate it. So there's a quick one. If ever you want a quick something, it's a good way to go about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon.